Go ahead, Maddie.
What is up, all our one-lifers? We got Tim Rhode, our amazing founder and fearless leader, the amazing Rhonda on board with us today, and we're going to be diving into some conference prep. So we all know that we have our amazing Sacramento One Life Fully Lived conference coming up October 24th and 25th. And we are just so excited to not only see all of you, but we are bringing in some rockin' speakers. And when I say talent, we are beyond excited to see who is going to be showing up, pouring into our community. And the great thing is it aligns with all of these speakers. You're going to feel the love, the genuine, the authenticity behind all these guys and gals. And so we're going to be kind of diving in to some conference prep, some things you definitely don't want to miss, some things to keep an eye out for, some of the events that you guys maybe can plan. We'll be going through the itinerary here shortly, and Tim's going to be sharing some stuff that he wants everybody to remain aware of, some cool things that we're going to be rolling out that we are extremely excited about. And Rhonda's going to be kind of talking about, she's been to all the conferences, and she's been one person who's plugged into this community at the fullest level you can possibly do it, and to see where she's at today versus where she started. She has definitely been awakened and living that one life fully lived. So we'll be diving into some of those dynamics for you guys. I want to make note that next month's Google Hangout, we will be doing how to make your personal plan to one life mastery. And that's really going to be creating your one life roadmap. So specifically, it's going to be no matter where you're at in life, basically determining how to create that personal plan in all aspects of your life, go out and live it. And we want you guys to become guides and ambassadors for the One Life community. We want to empower you for taking this into your communities, your meetup groups, and all the people that you get to share with that align with our mission and our message. So we'll be jumping into that next month. I hope everybody can join us. Make sure you share our Google Hangout that will be going out after this, so you can get that information on your calendar. We do not want to miss you. But let's dive right in. I'm going to start with a little bit of the itinerary, and Tim's going to be supporting me on some tidbits and insights that he's been working effortlessly with our board, and we have some amazing planners who have been working around the clock, honestly, to make sure that you guys get an amazing experience, and for the price that he has offered it to our amazing community, which was by design. We are not here to charge all kinds of money. We are here to create a community that is just charitable and sharing things, and we want to do it at an affordable price. So Timmy, you got anything you want to add before we jump into the itinerary?
No, Matt, thanks for getting us started with all of this. I think you're doing a great job. I am excited about the One Life roadmap Matt talked about for next month, but I'll touch more on that when we get into the individual sessions. So keep going, bro.
Perfect. So the conference, as everybody knows, and you guys can see on my screen, starts Saturday, October 24th, and registration, we'd like to see everybody start showing up right around 7:30. 8:30 we will start on the dot sharp, so don't be late. If you are, come in quietly. We will be jamming away. I think you guys will be able to see that the energy of this group is going to be electric. And we're so excited to have you guys there. One thing I do want to make a note of is we are just not a normal conference. And one of the things that we like to do with our community is do things outside the box. And fitness and health is something that is important to Tim and the board and all the people in our community. So we're actually going to be doing, for some people, meeting up at 6 a.m. Both mornings. And there's some cool running trails nearby, closer to Sacramento River, but also just some fun running trails. And we'll be doing a group run. So we'll be doing some fitness stuff in the meantime. If you guys want to join us, please do. We would love to see you. And there's no kind of accountability when you got a bunch of other people showing up, and it makes it a lot more fun. So On a side note, guest registration will start. Come join us, have some breakfast, register, start connecting and chatting with some of the people, sharing ideas, and you'll see that everybody's going to be extremely excited and energized that morning as we jump in. We have an amazing host, Mark Yagi, who has a shiny bald head, and you will not miss him. And as everybody knows, Mark Yagi is a national speaking coach, is an intelligent stock market investor. He's actually been my speaking coach and Rhonda's speaking coach. I know he's coached Tim. He's coached a lot of the speakers actually that you will be seeing at this conference. And I think you'll see his delivery, his authenticity, his genuineness is so well received that you just can't help but want to run up and give him a hug. And every once in a while, I'll rub the magic 8-ball. But we'll be jumping in after Mark kind of gets us introduced, talks about some of the conference format, breakout rooms, what you guys can expect for the first half hour, letting people kind of trickle in and settle in. We will also begin at 9 o'clock. There's no better way to start out a wonderful morning with the, as I'm sure you've heard, the well-known Hal Elrod, who's a great friend of ours, a big supporter of the One Life community, New York Times bestseller of the Miracle Morning, and he'll be giving a great keynote speech on how to set up your day, how to be intentional about living your best life and making sure that you are putting yourself in a position each morning to wake up and live life completely, fully, with energy and intention. So that's something that you guys aren't going to want to miss. We'll take a quick break after his keynote, after everybody's kind of getting settled in, figuring out what breakout sessions do they want to go to. And once you have that mapped out, you guys can see here on my screen, we have it broken down into 3 different breakouts throughout the morning and afternoon. And we've done some amazing speakers to touch on all different categories and subjects that one may resonate with you, one may not. So there's going to be some great variety of people and experts who are living life fully in these fields to bring you guys the best content, the best ability to have some real actionable takeaways, and something that you can leave there, go and implement, and start on your path to life mastery in whatever areas that it is you're looking to achieve it in. So dream it. The first breakout sessions is how to create your One Life roadmap, and that will be something that I'm sure if you go to this, you'll see a lot of what we're talking about in next month's webinar. That's going to be by Mark Yagi and Beverly Steiner, 2 amazing people that you won't want to miss. Emerging Leaders, Overcoming and Achieving. Jason Gennady, Matt King, Hans Bruce, and Cindy DeBow. And if you guys have any questions or want to know more about these people, we've actually been posting some of their videos on the One Life page. That's correct, Tim? Do we have all of them, or do we just have some people?
Just some of them, not all.
Okay, so we just have some people, but at least kind of give you guys an idea of, you know, the personality behind some of these speakers and characters, and really what they're going to be bringing to the table, and it'll give you a better idea of who you will be listening to and watching that day. So introduction meditation, and I think Tim and I can attest to this at the same time. Brett Jennings is a great friend of ours. His nickname is the Buddha, and he introduced both of us to meditation. And I know for myself personally, when you're driving day in and day out on being an entrepreneur or going to the grind day in and day out with work, it's really hard to slow down. It's hard to slow your mind, slow your body, and just physically and mentally kind of take a step back and tap into that inner calm, as he would call it. And so he'll be doing some great techniques and some really cool hands-on approach and steps to introducing you to meditation. And if that's something that you're interested in, I can say for me personally over the last year, it's been probably the most influential piece that I've put into my own routine, and I am so grateful for it. Brett's been a big part of changing my life. It provides some great clarity for people who don't think they can do this, and he breaks it down into very easy steps for kind of introducing yourself to this practice. Your vision is within reach because it is within you. Janai Lane. And Tim, give a little synopsis of Janai and what she brings to the table, because I know she's had an impact on a lot of great leaders that we know, and I'd like to know a little bit more about her.
Sure. Janai Lane, first of all, you guys will see she's all over our schedule. She's doing our One Life chats. She's probably doing 3 or 4 sessions because we really want to make sure you guys get to see Janai at this conference. She runs a business called Spirit Led Instead, and it's about how to be a heart-centered person, but a lot of us are entrepreneurs, so we've taken it. I went through a class. Our good friend Mike McCarthy has gone through years of coaching with her, and she's just really, really deep and helps you to come from the heart more than the head in your business decisions and how you go about things. So Janai's a great lady, and I strongly suggest you circle one of her sessions during this conference for sure.
That's awesome. And I think you can see Tim touched on a little bit is you're going to get all different angles from our conference. You're going to get some great business planning techniques, financial techniques. You're going to get some more spiritual and heart-led techniques. So the head versus the heart, I think, whatever it is that you're looking to get out of this, we will have plenty of options on both days for that. So be sure to, like Tim said, circle some people that you really want to see speak, maybe on the head or the heart side, and map out how you want to go about getting that into your schedule.
Hey, Manny, I want to touch on one thing really quick. So you're in the next session doing a session on creating a plan to live your best life, Matt Aitchison and Brandy Salazar. And if you guys notice, this is under Planet, and then we have that how to create your One Life roadmap under Dream It. And the reason we do 2 planning sessions at the same time is everybody's at a different level of mastery. So if you're attending this conference with somebody just starting out or just starting out yourself, I would go to the Dream It part of that. And if you're further on the road to mastery and kind of on your way, then I'd go to Matt and Brandy's Creating a Plan to Live Your Best Life. Little more in depth for theirs. The Dream one is a little more, just for people just starting on their way and kind of got drugged to the conference as an example.
I love it, and that's a great point. Depending on where you're at in your journey, you may want to look at which breakout sessions might fit for you. But creating a plan to live your best life, I'm not biased whatsoever, and yet I would love as many people at this breakout with Brandy and I. We've been working pretty effortlessly on this plan for creating an intentional, happy, balanced life, and it's something that has transformed my life drastically over the last year. I was just constantly working all the time, and I saw other areas of my life slipping, and I knew I could show up as a better version of myself, and this core process and actionable plan, and we will be providing you with some great resources to actually do some of the work in the course with us. I think it's going to be a great takeaway for some people that may be feeling a little scattered or have too many balls in the air and they don't know how to streamline that or to be operating at the most efficient level for themselves. So we'll be jumping into that. And Jennifer Peterson puts on an amazing class about investing in your kids. If you have children, or if you are planning or thinking about having children in the future, some great real-world techniques for creating an awareness in your children emotionally, physically, and spiritually that will lead them onto that path of being intentional about creating and living their own best life as they grow up. And then we also have a great breakout panel for all of the amazing powerhouse women in our community, which the list goes on and on. It's going to be led by Liz Christofferson, who will be moderating for Katrina Sawa, our amazing Rhonda Smith, and Candace Oneida, if I'm saying that correctly. She is, all these gals are going to be talking about women ran businesses, and Rhonda's a perfect example of creating her own business and seeing it blossom and how she's making an impact in others' lives. So that's going to be an awesome breakout session. If you're a woman or a male and you want to hear what these amazing ladies are up to, something to definitely jump into. So we'll be taking a quick little break after that, and we'll have the session 2 breakouts, and you can see here big name here, Hal Elrod. We're going to have a few one-on-one breakout sessions with some of our keynotes, and these are going to be great sessions to get really intimate with people who put on conferences for thousands of people, and you're going to have the opportunity and ability to be in a room of 50 to 100 or 150 people and get real close, up close and personal with them and hear what they have to say. So that would be one that I would keep an eye out for. Also, how to be a couplepreneur. And some great friends of mine, Daniel and Carrie Hamel, who have mentored me in a couple different spaces, actually. They are fantastic on the internet and have created some amazing business models that have been pretty awesome. And to see that male and female dynamic in a partnership or marriage, sometimes we all know that can go 2 different directions, and they've found a way to cohesively work together, as well as Cindy DeBoo and Hans Bruce and Mark and Shannon. So that would be a cool one for if you're there with a spouse or a partner or a friend. Partnerships are tough, and it's more of a relationship than anything. So great insights going to be shared at that breakout session. We'll also be talking about creating multiple income streams. This is going to be an awesome topic for anybody that's looking to invest, create horizontal income instead of just one vertical income stream. Talk about how some of these people got to having multiple income streams, having passive income, and at the end of the day, what we're all looking to do as we head into retirement or closer to retirement is we are looking to build multiple income streams that replace our income. So we're not relying on just a 401k or some of these other channels that provide minimal returns. These are some great investors who have done some pretty awesome things and been able to learn a lot from them. How to hack your flow. This is a GoBundance panel and is always one of my favorites. This is going to be run by Mark Yagi, Darren McMahon, Mike McCarthy, and I think you will see some of these guys, actually all 3 of these guys, come from completely different ends of the spectrum, and yet they all share a common theme, which is having an awareness and a spiritual awakening of how to tap into their flow, which has led them to enhance performance in their spaces. So it's going to be pretty cool to hear what these guys have to say. We'll also be looking at Creating an Outstanding Vitality by Justin Fox, which is going to be around nutrition and exercise. Also, we'll be having a panel in the planet section, which is going to be understanding how money works. And I think this is one of Tim's main focuses of One Life is financial awareness and kind of the financial literacy that America, society in general, has not been privy to or taught or intentional about. And this will be a great one to kind of dive in with Susie on. Also, there'll be 3 keys to grow your savings, pay off debt, and lower taxes legally. That's going to be a cool one led by Sherry. And then we'll have a lunch. Another great session for people to connect. And I think you'll see, you're going to learn a lot during the sessions, but the real magic happens in the breaks. And I was actually chatting with Rhonda about this before the conference, or before our webinar, and Rhonda was saying how it's great to, what you learn in these panels, but when you start to connect and talk and share with some of these people, that's kind of when the real magic happens. What were some of your favorite parts, Rhonda, about kind of the downtime, I guess, of the conference?
Well, other people's perspective. You literally get your brain packed full of all this amazing stuff, and those breakouts, you can either sit back and relax and not really engage, or you can actually engage with people and get so much more out of it and hear their perspective. And some of the best connections I've made at the conferences have been in between the breaks, and some of them are my best friends now. So it's a very, very important time.
That's awesome. And yeah, guys, I know for a lot of people, conferences can sometimes be intimidating. I will be the first to admit, when I first started going to conferences, I'm not a shy person, and yet sometimes in those spaces they can be kind of intimidating. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And when you kind of get okay with being uncomfortable, everybody's in that same space. There's not too many people in that space that are literally going to feel that ultimate confidence of walking around and working a room. So it's almost somewhat a little nerve-wracking for everybody. And when you share in that same sentiment, when you get to talk to some of these people and some of the walls come down, the relationships that you get to build are absolutely beautiful. And to see the relationships that I've built with people at the conference, not in the sessions, but in the downtime of, walking from one breakout session to the next, or having lunch and sitting with a group of people that you may have, sat with before. I challenge you to step outside that comfort zone and really put yourself in a position to meet some amazing people. We're going to have so many people from all around the country. We actually have some people from outside the country attending this year. It's going to be amazing. So I'm really excited for that. So we'll have a lunch for everybody that's included in your fee of admission. And after lunch, we're going to be doing something that we haven't done at any of the One Life conferences yet. Tim, why don't you tell us a little bit about the One Life chat sessions and what we can expect there?
Sure. These are modeled after TED Talks. And we wanted, one of the things we got in our surveys was, what if you had a few sessions that were less time, more impactful? So we picked 4 very intriguing people, Katrina Sawa, Hal Elrod, Mai Vu, and Janai Lane, to give us 10 minutes, like a TED Talk. We call them One Life chat sessions. And then Mark Yagi is going to open it up to the audience to kind of question them on what their talks were about. I've gotten a few of their talks, but I wanted it to kind of be a mystery as far as what they'll talk about. So I'm not even going to tell you what they are, but I think you'll find these very, very lively sessions, and I'm really looking forward to you all being turned on to them. Hey, one thing I wanted to ask you, Rhonda, is how did you go about and prepare for the conference ahead of time? What should the people listening to this, what's 2 or 3 or 4 things they should do before they get to the conference? Gosh, in the next 10 days.
Definitely get familiar with the schedule, understand what the agenda is, how the day is ran, so you're familiar with what you have. Wear comfortable clothes. I mean, we want you to obviously look nice or feel good in what you wear, but it's a really full weekend, so you being comfortable in having good shoes, not having too many bags with you or having to schlep around too much stuff is really important, so that you can kind of flow from room to room and from event to event. Obviously, make sure you have good writing utensils, and your favorite thing, you'll get a One Life packet, but that way you're really prepared. And beforehand, look at the agenda and look at what breakouts you want to go to. I remember my first conference, I kind of came in blindly. I had just registered right before, and I was all, discombobulated because I wasn't really sure which breakout to attend. And I was there attending with somebody, and at first we were going to go to the same breakout sessions together, and then thank goodness we decided to break off and to be able to get more involved in different things so that we could come back and kind of bring that information back together. You also want to be careful if you do come with people, is you want to look at your own level of mastery. Where you are in your journey and where someone else may be 2 different things. So making sure that you really attend to what you need to get out of the conference, and it's okay to break off and to go alone. It's not scary. Nothing bad will happen to you. And that way you can get more, and then you can come back and kind of share your information and get way more out of the day. So yeah, so those are just a few things.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's a great event to come with family members, friends, your mastermind group, and I think Rhonda has a good point. It's good for all of you to kind of look at the agenda ahead of time and break off and go to different things and then talk about it at the breaks, talk about it after, talk about it at night. Our conferences are all about having adult conversations about your life, and this you're taking the time to listen to this ahead of time tells us you're serious about that. And think of who you can reach out to and bring with you to the conference.
I just want to add one more piece, if that's okay. Just like anything in life, what you put into this is what you're going to get out of it. So if you come and you don't really want to talk to anybody and you're not really open, that's exactly the experience that you're going to walk away with. I know I was a little nervous my first conference, and I didn't talk as much, and I didn't participate as much. And although I did get some great information, my second conference, I really tried to step outside of that comfort zone, like Matt was saying, and put myself out there to have more conversations and to have more of those quick little conversations in the hall. And you know, my first conference compared to this last conference is quite a different experience. I came as a very nervous, very unsure person about what I wanted in my life, and now I get to be a presenter and I get to help other people on their journey. So just remember, what you put into this is what you're going to get out. So don't be shy and step outside your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to say hi to somebody.
I love it. Great points from both of you. I think you guys touched on some great stuff that will make the conference that much more enjoyable and really for people to get out of it what they at the end of the day we all desire when we go to these things. It's to want more, to learn, to connect with like-minded people, and sometimes you just gotta take that leap of faith and step outside of that, like I said, comfort zone, and know that when you're pushing yourself and you're stretching and you're growing, that's when the magic happens. So after the One Life chat sessions are, you know, pseudo TED Talks, One Life chats, there's going to be our amazing afternoon keynote speaker, and I got to see her speak for the first time in Philadelphia, and she has, I mean, it would take hours to read off Neil's resume and all the accomplishments she's had, but she is going to be talking about been there, done that, the candid journey of an entrepreneur. And this woman has been on Oprah, has published all kinds of New York Times best-selling books on all kinds of topics, many revolving around financial literacy, but she is the definition of an ultimate entrepreneur and has done it at the highest of levels, networked and been a part of inner circles that are people every single person in our community would know if she started name dropping. But she is got all kinds of energy. Her smile is infectious, and she is a freaking riot. She has me laughing and rolling in my chair for half of the time she's speaking, and the content she delivers is fantastic. So there's so many great keynote speakers, and yet anytime I get to see Neil speak, it's a true pleasure, because one, you never know what you're going to get. You're always going to get something new. It's not going to be the same thing, and she's just one of those women that you just want to connect with, go up, learn more about her, shake her hand, hug her, and get to know her a little bit better. So afternoon keynote will go for about 50 minutes. And then we have some really cool stuff that we haven't done and we're implementing in this conference, and it's going to be One Life meetups. And it's basically going to be breakout sessions for meetup groups and chat sessions. So we have, I'm sure there's a lot of people in our community that are part of the Young Hustlers group. There are a bunch of different mastermind groups in the One Life community that people from all around the country are a part of and participate and communicate with the different people in the group. And this is going to be your chance to meet up with some of the people that you may have not been able to hug or shake hands with yet, and do some actual in-person masterminding and really see the power of the third eye come together in person at the One Life meetup. So definitely don't want to miss that. It's going to be awesome. Like I said, we got the Young Hustlers, we got outstanding health and nutrition, we have soul work, we have entrepreneurs, learn to share your One Life roadmap, investors. I mean, pretty much anything that resonates with you, from spirituality to health to business to, you know, creating a plan and dreaming up some new business idea. All of that is going to be on here. So pick which one you think might resonate and jump into it. And jump into it with an open, you know, mind and heart. And then we're going to finish off the day with some open networking. And this will be your chance to, and one thing I want to note here is most conferences, speakers get up and they say their piece and they're off. And that's not what happens at our One Life Fully Lived conference. All these speakers and breakout sessions led by the different people, they are there to participate 100%, roll up their sleeves, and get out there in the community because they care. And so in our open networking and our evening brilliance dinner, we will have all the speakers there. And it's full access to these people. You'll see that we're all human. All these amazing presenters put their pants on one leg at a time. And that's the beauty of this group, is everybody is here to empower each other. We're all gurus in some way, shape, or form. So just as you can be learning from them, they're all open to be learning from you as well. So be there for the open networking, and the Evening of Brilliance dinner is something that is awesome. If you haven't gotten your ticket yet, it's still $125 at the discounted price. And if you decide to get it at the door, it's going to be $150. And just so you guys know, well, why would we want to come to that Evening of Brilliance dinner? And I would tell you this. One, this is a fundraiser. So all of the proceeds go to the One Life Fully Lived charity and all of the different charitable acts that we do for our community members and people out in the community. So you are helping us have a further reach and be able to impact and touch more people and awaken more people on our journey and our mission for living a One Life Fully Lived. And secondly, like I said, all the presenters are going to be there. So this is going to be your chance to network, have a drink, sit down, connect, conversate, mastermind at a very mellow and relaxed environment, and everybody will be having a great time. So Tim, is there anything that you want to add about the dinner on Saturday evening?
The only thing I'd change is I'd say most of our presenters would be there. We have 60 presenters, and counting all the breakout sessions and stuff, and I would imagine 50 plus of them will be there. So I don't want to say that everyone will be, but most of them will be. And one thing I want to touch on, when Matt goes towards our charitable things we do for Give Back, just so you know, Matt and I are going to be going out Friday into the community, and right now we have about 32 people with scholarships coming. We're going to go find 18 more people in the Sacramento community to come to this event for free. And that means free breakfast, free lunch. We let them come to the dinner. We'll give away up to 1,000 books. And one other thing I want to just touch on the what we're doing in the community. If you want to be a part of One Life Fully Lived and get deeper into this, this conference will be a good introduction for you. We're rolling out our One Life roadmap, and we're looking for guides and ambassadors. And Matt touched on it earlier, but for some of the new people that come for the first time and walk through a door like deer in the headlights, don't know what to expect, we're going to match them up with a One Life guide that can kind of help them go over their schedule, answer any questions for them. Hopefully go to those My One Life Roadmap sessions and help them fill out their own roadmap and kind of get the practice of being a guide. So we're going to have sessions there on how to learn the One Life program and how to teach the One Life program. So we're hoping if you're listening to this, send me a email or something, and we'll get you started on being a One Life guide.
May I add one thing?
Sure.
The Evening of Brilliance dinner is my favorite part of the whole weekend. It is the part where it is a little bit more quaint, and you can, walk up to people and ask those questions that, when there's several hundred people around you during the day that you might not want to. So I do recommend getting your ticket early and coming. It is, out of all the conferences, it's still been my absolute favorite part of the whole weekend.
Cool. I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Rhonda. So as you guys can see, I'm going to kind of cliff note it because we pretty much went through the first day, and the second day's format is exactly the same, just a few different breakout sessions, different keynote speakers, but I would like to say that make sure you plan out day 1 and day 2 ahead of time. Look at what there is on the calendar and the schedule. and put it in line with what it is that you're looking to accomplish out of this conference. So we'll be starting again. Show up at 7:30 on the dot. Get your breakfast. Come hang out. Chat with everybody. Mark Yagi will be getting us rocking and rolling and moving into the morning with some great energy. And then David Osborne is going to be one of our main keynote speakers for that morning. And if you've seen David speak, if you know David, David, he embodies what wealth is all about. And this guy knows it on the most intimate, deepest levels. He's taught me personally a lot about it. I know everybody that's around him learns something from him on that level. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy, but he has a huge heart and wants to see people succeed and be wealthy and live life at their highest level. So that's going to be one that I think, at least for me personally, I'm really pumped about hearing David speak, because I get something new from him every time that I can walk away with and go, man, I can do that. And to have a speaker give you that kind of excitement and energy within after their talk, those kind of people are real special, and to have his knowledge is really cool to be able to share that with our community. So we'll be breaking shortly right after that. You guys will be heading out to your One Life sessions. And of course, I got to highlight, Rhonda's going to be talking about creating your One Life miracle, which will be in the Dream It session. And Rhonda, is there anything you want to highlight specifically that you'll be going into without spilling the beans?
I'm going to give the 3 steps that I used with the tools that I gained at One Life on how to change your life or create any life that you really desire to live. So it will be very exciting. Do not miss it.
Awesome. So same sessions in the Dream It, Emerging Leaders, Overcoming and Achieving. Stop hiding and start shining. 6 secrets to celebrating all of you. That's going to be a great session led by Antiqua Leisha, and then we will have in the Planet section, Make It Happen No Matter What. Rock Thomas is probably one of the most electric speakers that I've ever been around. If you get to see this guy, you're just going to walk away feeling better about yourself and optimistic about what your future holds. So do not miss Rock Thomas. That's one that I want to personally endorse. He's amazing. And also Suzanne Andrews, Unleashing Women's Financial Power. And then we'll also have Holly doing The Real Reason No One Talks About Failure. And I think wrapping your head around failure and looking at it in a positive light versus a negative light, we look at failure often in this horrible doom and gloom type mindset. And when you start to embody and look at what failure can do for you from an empowering standpoint, I think you'll see that Holly's got some really cool fundamentals that will impact how you decide to move forward and embrace that. Live it. The connection between your feminine power and your success. Candace will be leading that one. And then share it. This is our newest part of One Life. How to Teach the One Life Roadmap program will be Mark and Beverly Steiner, and these are 2 people that have been working with Tim and the board on kind of this curriculum of how we can empower people to really create a personal plan for One Life mastery no matter where you're at in your life, and just becoming a guide and an ambassador for our community and for other people in general. Serving others and empowering others is something that this community is extremely passionate about, and this will be a great session for you guys to kind of get the intro session to that. So we'll take a break early on in the morning, and then we'll be breaking out into the afternoon sessions. If you are looking to create a vision board, Lindsay McCarthy does a great one, and that was a hit at the last conference. Janiyah is going to be back on You Are the Quantum Field of Possibility, which is Dr. Leslie Hewitt. And you guys can see on the side it talks about all the rooms that it's going to be in, so make sure you make note, and there is a map for navigating to make sure you guys can get seats and get to your session that you guys want to get to. You can see finding the money for your business, how to create your One Life roadmap. I think you're seeing a common theme there. We want you guys to see how to create that One Life roadmap, and then creating a plan to live your best life. Brandy and I will be doing a secondary session, day 2, Creating Outstanding Vitality by Justin Fox for health. And then we get a one-on-one kind of unplugged with David Osborne, talking about his journey, how he's come to where he's at from a financial standpoint, spiritual standpoint, and just becoming a very successful entrepreneur who lives a very fulfilling and exciting life. 10:20, we'll have a break, and then we'll have sessions for the afternoon, which will be how to manifest using vision boards, how to construct the life of... You guys can see there are plenty of things for you guys to dial in on what's important to you. We'll have a lunch. We will have an afternoon session from 1 to 1:35, which is going to be my one life story. And I think this is one of my favorite things to kind of cap off the amazing conference with, to hear people who have plugged into this community and really taken action towards living their best life. And Rhonda won this last year and had an amazing platform to share her story. And it's, if you haven't heard it, it's completely beautiful. Come find her at the conference and ask her about it. She's open with it, and that's part of her story. And that's what's led her on the path of success and part of her journey. And we'll be sharing with a couple other people that will have something to bring to you guys about their one life story. So I hope that one of you guys listening or someone at our conference takes note of this, and we will have you sharing your one life story at one of our next conferences. But you'll see we're going to be wrapping up the day with a break there, and then 1:45 to 2:35 we'll have our afternoon sessions, and lastly we'll have a little quick break at 2:35 and be jumping into the final sessions of the afternoon. And most importantly, we're going to have a wrap-up and prize giveaway. It wouldn't be a conference without winning any free stuff. So we will be doing a little social media contest, which will be, if you are connecting with somebody, you are taking pictures, you are sharing, we want you to put that out on social media world for them to be able to connect with us. So you're going to be doing a hashtag One Life Fully Lived throughout the conference, and we are going to hand select a winner to win a special gift. So as you go throughout the conference, be mindful of taking pictures with friends and new people that you're connecting with and sharing that online. And it wouldn't be a One Life party without a dance party. And Mark Yagi and some of our dance crew will be kind of wrapping up the day with some energy, and it's going to be an amazing event. I'm so excited to see everybody. And as we wrap up, is there anything, Timmy, that you would like to make sure that they don't miss, that I may have missed, or getting people prepped for the conference as we roll around? We are 2 short weeks away from getting to see everybody.
Yeah, Maddie, we're actually like 11 days away. So I'm checking the weather, praying for sunshine, because our dinner's outdoors, so everybody do their sunshine dance. And then we want snow right after, but not till then. Two things. I want you to please bring some magazines to help people with the vision board. So whether you're doing a vision board or not, and you've got some magazines that travel and have some cool stuff, please bring magazines for others, for their vision board, and for yourself. And 2, we don't sell anything at this conference. There's no upselling. That's one of our rules. There's no tables. You don't have to be concerned about being hammered to buy the next product. However, there's one product we want you to buy, and that's a real cool One Life t-shirt. We sell those at the conference. They cost $20. We've ordered over 100. So buy, Winthorpe, buy. We want you to buy a One Life t-shirt, please. And that's pretty much all I had. I do want to give a special shout out to Shay Wheat. A lot of the presenters on this conference this year are people she brought in. And candidly, Matt, Rhonda, and I don't know them. So there's a lot of names that Matt talked about, and some we didn't get to. We didn't get to your sessions, and we apologize for that. But we're really looking forward to hearing a lot of the new presenters we have. We know you guys are in for a treat. I'm excited to see my good friends Matt and Rhonda there. So, all of you guys just come, Please bring some friends, sign up for the dinner, buy a t-shirt, help support our cause, and help us spread the love through our One Life My Roadmap, because everyone deserves a dream, a plan, and a guide.
Love it, Tim.
Love it.
Thank you for sharing. We will wrap up on that high note. And I cannot wait to see all of you amazing people in our community. I'm sure some of you I've met, hugged, and shake hands with. And I'm also extremely ecstatic of reconnecting and chatting with some new people and making some amazing new friends. So every time I come to one of these conferences, it's a game changer for me. I am truly a better version of myself when I leave there. And I know you all will be too. So join us for dreaming it, planning it, and living your best life. And if you have any questions, please post comments in the One Life community or connect with one of us on Facebook. Continue to engage with us. We are all here to lift one another up. And I'm so excited that next, in 11 days, to be exact, not 2 weeks, we will see you guys in Sacramento. And join us next month for the Creating Your One Life Roadmap. I think you'll have some great ideas and some great things that you want to dive into after the conference. So join us then. We will be posting previews of what that looks like and the link to it in the One Life community page. And I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Take care, and we will see you guys next month.
Good job, Maddie. Bye, everyone.